Hello and welcome to the Platinum Cup 2025 Banker Sports Festival organized by Leo Entertainment Sports Management and Fusion Sports. Match between NCC and Eastern Bank PLC. Let's go down to Shajadudash for the important toss.
We have a former first-class player with us, Mr. Imran Parvez Ripon, who will be officiating the second game of the day, and he is with me here with us for the toss. Of course, we have both the captains as well from NCC, Mr. Mushir Rahman, and Mr. Naim Hussain from EBL, who I believe will flip the coin. So Naim is going to flip the coin now.
Shapla is the call.
Shapla is the tail is the call.
Head.
And it is head.
Okay, good luck, guys.
So Naim, you have won the toss, and what is your decision?
We'll bat first.
Any particular reason for batting first?
Whether আমরা আসলে ফার্স্ট কন্ডিশনে ব্যাটিং করতে চাই, আমাদেরকে ঝালাই করে নিতে চাই, এই আর কি একটা ভালো টোটাল দিতে চাই, এই জন্য ব্যাটিং।
আপনারা এখন পর্যন্ত এই টুর্নামেন্টে যদি বলি যে একটা ম্যাচ এখন পর্যন্ত জিতেছেন, এবং হাউ ইম্পর্টেন্ট ইজ দিস গেম ফর ইউ?
আমরা ম্যাচ বাই ম্যাচ খেলতে চাই, সো সব ম্যাচই ইম্পর্টেন্ট, সো আমরাও এটা সাকসেসফুলি কমপ্লিট করব, এটাই।
First ball just tucked around the corner for a single. EBL they have won the toss and elected to bat first. NCC Bank they lost their first two games and they need to bounce back here in this game, which is very important for them to be alive in the race of the semi-finals. Oh, shot! That's an excellent square drive and running towards the boundary line through the point region. First four of the match. Let's welcome in the com box. It's Prantor Dash Onoy is joining me.
A flying start and a flying welcome by Rosal Ahmed. Thank you. Good afternoon. The sun is still shining and scorching its all hit to the ground. Wide outside off. Scramble sim presentation from the bowler. First extra.
Yeah, not a good delivery. Too wide. Outside of the off stump. Just lost the line.
Wide on the money, onto the block hole. Batter did not have anything to do except dig it out.
Good delivery, good comeback. Previous one that was a wide, now a Yorker delivery.
It's a must-win game for NCC Bank. They need to be focused on their batting, bowling, fielding, everything. A little fumble can cause the damage, so they need to be very eyeful while fielding those out from that inner circle. A good start by Obaidur. Some mix up with the pace, though has conceded a boundary.
Yeah, good check shot from the batter. Very eventful over. First leg by, then a boundary. Quite a few dot deliveries produced by the bowler. One extra and a single there.
He would like to end it well. Saturday afternoon. It's a good time to enjoy cricket, and it's a good time to enjoy a few shots. That's a boundary. A soft hand drive, Skyer, and the ball finds its way towards the boundary line. Second one of this over. And you can see the winning shot from MTB batters in the previous match. MTB beaten the Brakbank PLC by 5 wickets. A significant win for MTB, 3 out of 3. And coming into this match, you can look at the boundary, wide outside off. For the power play going on, there's no fielder outside the circle at the deeper position, but it could have been a boundary in any circumstances. NMS Sadi and Naim Afroz Khan Hussain, the captain himself, down in the middle. Starts off with a wide. Two back-to-back wides. Mojumdar Minar comes in to bowl the second over of this innings. It's kind of an interesting setup in the field. Though a single been taken, the short fine leg asleep, all have been set for the batters.
Interesting thing, a pace bowler with glasses.
Yes, you can find glasses spinners with glasses in the international cricket. Daniel Vittori showed the way,
And his countryman, it's Mitchell Santner, as well followed him.
yes, keeper currently for New Zealand team. Offering shots to the batters. Captain Naim was teased with that ball.
Lazy footwork from Naim Afroz Khan Hussaini.
What a shot! Picks it up well and way out of the ground for a 6. A maximum from Naim. Captain's statement.
Naim Afroz Khan Hussaini delivers this time for his team, Eastern Bank PLC. They have a flying start, undoubtedly. 21 runs on the board already. An expensive over is going on from Mozumdar Minar. Quite a few dot deliveries and then quite a few extras rather. Then a couple of singles and a 6. Look at that pickup. Excellent.
Stand in deliver, Rosal. Stand tall. Got the back lift high. Got it straight. Everything was there. On his way to Naim Afroz Khan for that 6. It was a slap to the bowler, Mojumdar Minar. Bowling into the slot of Naim Afroz, and got punished. So in the very first 2 overs, they have scored a lot of runs. Wide. Third wide in this over.
Mojumdar Minar, and observing one thing, now he changed his angle right at the moment. He's bowling from across. Again, once again wide. He just lost his line and then lost his confidence as well, conceding a 6.
Again slower. Inside out. High up in the air. Won't reach the boundary line. But 2 runs can easily been taken. Yes, it has been taken so easily. Mojumdar Minar feeling the hit now.
Just tried to use the pace of the delivery. That's why he just directed that ball through the extra cover for getting a boundary.
Plays it so well. And finally, fielded well by the fielder down there at the deep extra cover. So this kind of effort needed now for NCC to stop the run flow. To give it a pause, they need a wicket immediately. Last ball of the second over. Again a low full toss. Guides it well. Oh, this is so sloppy. Sloppy it was. It's a boundary. And the fielder apologizing to Mojumdar Minar.
Expensive over comes to an end. 19 runs from it. Can you believe it? What a disastrous over has been finished from Mojumdar Minar. Just released the total pressure from EBL. EBL in the first over 10 runs, 11 runs, and then they wouldn't expect that they would score nearly about 19 runs in the very second over of the innings. And the credit goes to Naim Afroz Khan Hossaini. 20 of just 9 deliveries. He's dealing with boundaries right at the moment.
Ubaidur continues. A gentle flick will bring another run to the scoreboard of EBL. And as you were talking about the momentum, you were talking about the flow that EBL finds it with some free flowing shots, some sloppy fieldings. Everything is going into their side. Keeps on bowling slow.
Yeah, depending on that slower deliveries. Just trying to get the wicket of Naim Afroz Khan Hossaini, who is looking very dangerous.
Tries that cut, tries that Chinese cut, misses it at first, and then it was a huge appeal from all the players down there, from the fielders, from the bowler himself. It was a loud shout, but eventually it was the decision of the umpire and he turned it down. Desperate effort from the bowler to have a wicket.
The delivery was very quick. That's why he was looking for that shot. Oh, this time just coming down the wicket and probably going down the leg. That's why umpire is not interested. Leg by signal by the umpire. I don't know. He's just unstable in the wicket.
A bit. They are going to attack, and this attacking mindset is definitely needed now, because EBL took a heavy blow in the last match where they couldn't score big, so they would like to capitalize this sort of platform against NCC Bank. Nicely bowled by Obaidur, but couldn't stop the batters from taking a single. So as I was talking about the momentum, the flow of runs they would like to have under their belt, and for that reason they are going to attack each and every bowlers.
NCC Bank would be very happy of the bowling of Obaidur Rahman because he is checking this over. Just a 3 from it so far. Oh, shot! Once again, boundary for EBL. What a way to finish off the over. 3 gone, 37 for none, EBL.
Yeah, it was directed to the dugout of NCC Bank, and it was a statement from the captain himself that yes, I will go to each delivery, whether it will be over pitched, whether it will be outside off, I will make my own slot. And it was on the slot from the bowler and got punished. So a spinner was about to bring in this situation, and he has been brought. Spinner straight away in the 4th over. Mr. Faisal with the ball, with spin in action. Replacing Minar, Majumdar Minar, Faisal Hussain comes to bowl the spin wizard. The wizardry definitely needed now. Whenever a spinner being brought, we have seen that the run flow has just gone down a bit. So let's see whether it happens or not for NCC Bank. First ball onto the pad, through that leg side. A dot to start for Faisal.
Excellent. For the first time, I am seeing a bowler looks like left-arm Chinaman. Good delivery. Quite a few dot deliveries.
You know the history of Chinaman? Why would they call the left-arm leg spinner a Chinaman? It's a very interesting story to narrate. Brilliantly bowled. Just outside of turning away from the batter.
3 dot deliveries on the trot, putting pressure to the EBL side. Oh, shot! Catcher is the call from the deep, but cleared in field, and couple of bounces through the onside for a boundary. Offside, rather.
Replied about the field setup. NMS Sadi challenged the fielder at mid-off. He saw the mid-off fielder was up in the circle, and he was teased to just get past him, and he got past him so well. And again a straight drive, Skyer, but this time a good hands work from the fielder. Kept the ball away from the fence.
Not a good delivery to deal with NMS Sadi. Let's have a look into the slot outside of the off. Got some turn on that occasion, but still the batting team got 2 runs.
He's using his ground very well. NMS Sadi. Not so many footworks. Naim Afroz Khan now on strike, and I was talking about NMS Sadi. Not so much footwork from him, utilizing the ground very well. Brilliantly driven but again only a single. And that sort of fumble NCC can't afford at this moment of the time, where they need wicket, at the same time needs to stop the run flow. 42 on board without loss, EBL.
Ubaidur Rahman, he has been replaced by Ronnie. Two spinners are bowling from the two ends. Spin attacks is on from NCC Bank, but held the total on the board 43 for none. Oh, this time off the back foot and got the elevation of time. Perfectly executed. Cleared mid wicket for a boundary.
Naim Afroz, the captain himself, taking the charge and taking it so well. He's not letting to settle down the bowlers. And look at that, a new bowler just onto that middle and off. But Naim went on his back foot and punched it very well. And kind of an awkward bowling action from Ronnie. Just pitching the ball hard, hitting the deck hard, and gaining some sort of fast movement from the deliveries.
NCC Bank, they are pretty new here in this corporate cricket. They need to do a lot of work to be familiar with this environment, and they have some potential as well to upgrade themselves in this format of the game. They need to practice more and more, and they need some quality cricketers as well to compete against the strong sides like Eastern Bank PLC, Citibank, as well as Mutual Trust Bank, which is very important for them.
Yes, the context of this match is very, very vital for both the teams. EBL would like to get back into the winning streaks, and at the same time NCC searching for their first win in this tournament. Short third is there for right-hander Naim, making his room. He gobbles it fine, but couldn't get past that short third, and for that reason the short third has been kept by Ronnie. Bowling well so far, 4 runs in this flurry of boundaries and over boundaries. Immediately after that, the commentator's cars going to the fence. A wide will be signaled for sure, and 2 more runs by running between.
'50 up. Excellent start from Eastern Bank PLC. Quite a few dot deliveries produced by Ronnie after conceding a boundary in the very first delivery of this over, and then 2 wide. Flighted delivery, and batsman tried to play the ball into the offside, though doesn't get any gap.
Every time Naim Afroz Khan making some rooms trying to attack the bowlers. He just doesn't bother about the bowlers. What a shot! Dancing down the track again. Couple of bounces into the fence. The attack continues. EBL reaches to 54 without losing any wicket. And look at that shot. I just told about that. He's dancing down the track, making a good space of the wicket and then trying his shots very well. After 5 overs, it's 54 without loss. EBL having a flying start. And to ignite that power a bit, let's welcome a powerful voice with that powerful strike. In the very first ball, Faisal Hussain got rid of NMS Sadi, but you can't get rid of Sajjad Udash from the mic.
Very good afternoon to you, Prantor, and everyone, whoever is watching this game. And I guess I brought some good luck with me for NCC. The first wicket is down. The final over of the power play. It was bowled at a fuller length, outside of stump. I guess the batter was trying to hit it inside out over extra cover, but he just couldn't get the elevation right. So this is a big wicket, of course, for NCC. They are under some pump. The opposition already, they are scoring over 10 and over. EBL, they won the toss and they elected to bat first. Let's have a look at the wicket once again. He just couldn't get the elevation. The proper connection was not there. It was bowled at a fuller length, and that is why he just couldn't got underneath the ball and lift it over the fielder.
The first scalp. EBL started on a good note, on a high note. They couldn't score that much big in the last 2 matches, though they had to chase only 63 against Bragbank PLC. But in the second match, the same thing happened to them, where they were in the opposite side. Flighted, low full toss, guides it very well. A single been taken. So Joy Zaman gets off the mark. He just needs to rotate the strike, support Naeem Afroz very well. Lofted a bit, piercing through the gap for another boundary. Naeem on song.
Wicket or not, Naeem Afroz will continue the very way he is from the very beginning in this game. Once again, it was bowled a bit fuller, just a bit of width given. Once again, very good placement as well, clearing the front leg, making the offside open.
Again, Skyer. Oh, it was an easy pick for Naeem. The umpire is smiling because it was so relaxed, so smooth, so buttery smooth from Naeem to pass that boundary line.
Naim is making it look very easy. Look at that. No doubt in his minds that he wants to go big. This time it's bigger. One bounce out of the ground. Hat-trick of boundaries.
What an over going on for Faisal Hussain. It's a roller coaster ride for him. Wicket in the first ball, and after that, I think he is getting punished by Naim. 3 boundaries on a trot. And look at the last one. Exposing all the 3 stumps and then going for the big shot. Same kind of shot, same length, but this time I guess he's placed it well for only a single and taking the strike back in the next over. 6 gone, 68 for 1 EBL. NCC will be in a spot of bother because the projected score from here at this rate will be 227. Will we be able to get the first 200 plus runs mark in this tournament? Roni continues. Pushed back. Couldn't time it well.
I guess he was getting a bit carried away. The length was not there. You must respect the good deliveries. Yes, you are on a roll, but sometimes the bowlers you have to give them credit as well. Mix up wrong end. Wrong end. There was an opportunity in the non-striker's end, but he chose to throw at the keeper's hand.
Everything going wrong for NCC. They've just got a wicket. Brilliantly bowled in front of that Midland leg. This time the throw was on the right end, though the batter completed that single, but it was a good shout, Sajjad.
Yeah, it was a good delivery as well from Ronnie. He's trying to pick the right line and length in this over.
Stretched along. Roni. Kind of a test for the batter.
This is a good over from him. Big man pitching at the right areas, varying his pace, and that is also very important on this type of surface where the batters are dictating the terms.
Exposing his stump, but the bowling of Roni is top notch. Right at the uncertain corridor for the batters and maximizing the most. Last ball of the over. At the same end, but this time a single been taken by Naim. Would like to have another, but this time no fumbles. It's 71 for 1 EBL after 7. All the focus moving on with Naim because he has done So far, the phenomenal knock 48 for him from 29. He has done everything right.
Are toiling so hard under this kind of heat, commentating on the games, praising about the players. Do you consider about applying for some credit cards from any of the banks? Because we are talking about the bankers and this is a bankers tournament. So have you considered an application for a credit card?
I have already two of my credit cards, and for that reason, I have to commentate on these weekends.
Maybe you could apply for a extension of your limit, maybe.
Then I need to do commentary throughout the week to getting those charges repaid.
Yeah, of course. Whenever we are talking about the bankers, we need to talk about these things. Finance is very important for our lives as well. Imam is the new bowler. Definitely will be a wide, and some untidy work by the wicketkeeper. More untidy throw. 3 runs conceded. This is not good. This is sloppy from NCC.
How many do you have?
I only have one. I don't have enough money to pay all the
That's
bills.
That's why you only come on Saturdays to commentate, and there's a difference between you and me commentating for both the weekends. Jokes apart, bowls it very well. Yes, I have a say for Imam, mixing up his pace so well, coming around the wicket against Naim Afroz, having a good angle so far. Conceded a few runs in his first 2 balls, but definitely he is a bowler to watch out.
So definitely, as we have the mics in our hands, so we can make an open offer for all the banks out there that they can offer us something. And if they can offer something we can't refuse, then maybe we put some extra good words for them.
Without any charge, any annual charge, or have some extended limits.
Well, terms and conditions could be considered, could be discussed whenever we will get it.
Off the mic. Right. Brilliantly bowled. I was talking about to watch out Imam. And here is the reason. He was coming around the wicket, making the angle tight for the batters. And finally it pays off. Timber. Second one for EBL.
Unfortunate. 49. Naim Afroz, I beg your pardon, had to pay the price for disrespecting the deliveries that deserved some respect. Once again, a wild wave. Wanted to send it out of the ground through that mid-wicket region. A wild slog playing across the line. The ball was not there. It was bowled on a fuller length. So definitely good bowling from Imam. So that was a big wicket. And suddenly EBL is looking at 2 new batters. 76 for 2. So this is certainly an opening for NCC.
Newman comes in. Muhammad Imanul Mustaqin. There is a trivia to you, Sajjad. Whenever Muhammad Imanul Mustaqin comes into bat, what does he say to the bowlers? if the bowlers ask who's next.
Well, Said Imran is the new batter, so I will answer to that question later. Brilliantly bowled. I don't think that will be called a wide. Yes, it didn't. The umpire didn't stretch his hands. What an over this has been from Imam. Only 5 runs and 3 of them were wides, and this is the wicket. It was bowled at a fuller length, and it was a rather lazy shot from Naim. Definitely not the one he wants to replicate in the future.
I think he would like to go no look shot at some point. It's a wide, loose delivery, way outside leg. So wide and a single. So 2 wides in this over. But pardon those wides, because he did have that pricey scalp of Naim. 78 on board EBL. Brilliant bowling, brilliant. Just hint of movement with that cutter outside off, and deceived the batter totally. 78 for 2 EBL after 8.
Ronnie will continue, bowled a tight over in the previous one, which actually brought them the wicket when Imam was bowling. Ronnie, 2 overs, none for 14 so far. He will bowl at the new batter.
Yes, Ronnie talking about his action. It's a wide, first of all. Kind of a chuck. Bowling on hard lengths. He's trying to pitch it hard, and look at that. It is very important to adjust with his pace. Running as a spinner and pitching it hard might give you some struggle. So far, so good for Ronnie. 2.1 overs, 16 runs given away. Slashed it hard for only a single. So that's why you need to be watchful against him, as your team has got a start, lost a few wickets within a short interval. High up in the air, and that will just land over our head.
I'd like to request Rosal, please do not take my concentration away, because my life was under threat because of that towering 6. It was heading towards us. Look at that shot. What a powerful hit it was. Some respect to the next ball. Said Imran, what a powerful hit it was, Prantor.
It was there to be hit. On the slot. Just skids through, and he's making room. And again, this time we are safe a bit. It just landed aside of us. 2 sixes in this over. This is the over EBL was looking after.
This is the exact reason people say that trees saves lives. We are under those trees, and that is why we could say that we are safe currently. Oh, Ronnie, those 2 sixes completely ruined his figures. And he will keep the strike to himself the next over after 9.94 for 2.
Imam back with the ball. A very valuable wicket under his belt. Naim, the captain, who just got a flying start, just gave away his wicket against Imam. That's not kind of delivery, I guess. It was a practice, Sajad, I must say, because we, the commentators, often delivers that type of deliveries.
Certainly not me, Prantor. Please don't drag me to.
No. Definitely, I've seen.
No. One thing I could, yes, the batters could hit six balls of my over out of the park, but in terms of lines and lengths, I was always immaculate. That is an immaculate shot from Zaman. Powerfully hit. There was protection in the extra cover and long off region, but that bisected those fielders perfectly for another boundary. That brings up the 100 for EBL, 100 for 2 in the 10th over.
Wide, given the width, it was a sweet for the batter to play it sweet, but it was so much harshly played. Cuts it with a flash. And as you were mentioning about those 6-ball sixes, I think Said Imran just got carried away that I have to go big like the previous over. So isn't that enough that if your 6 balls conceding 6 over boundaries or boundaries rather than wides?
Well, if you ask me, I am always against bowling extra deliveries. Because, beautifully bowled. Because bowling extra deliveries would present extra opportunities for the batters as well. Whenever I played cricket with my friends on the field, I used to give advice to my bowlers that let the batters hit boundaries in all the deliveries you bowl. Just do not bowl a wide or a no ball.
Yeah, concede a 6 but not a wide or no ball.
Not at this level. That is replicable. At the level we played, we used to play with friends, weekend cricket, rooftop cricket,
Short pitch.
short pitch cricket, yes. But at this, yes, this could be amateur level, but this is serious business. So you cannot give the same advice here that let the batters hit 6 balls out of the park. Just do not bowl wide. You cannot say that. You cannot give that advice to the bowlers.
Yeah, surely I'm talking about those short pitch crickets or the roadside crickets. It was fun, definitely. And you will have a chance of those fun in this bankers tournament or this sort of corporate crickets also. Because after a tough weekdays, players like this working on banks, they definitely would search for or would love to have this sort of weekend where they can play out of their comfort zone and show something that we could have been a good player, we could have been playing well on those pitches. So let's play.
Things they do look for love.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, this has been another expensive over from Imam. He bowled a good one in the previous one, but already conceded 10 runs in this over. A dipping full toss will be a couple of runs. Clearly will be a boundary, in fact. There was no protection. It was a full toss once again. And half of the innings has been bowled by NCC, and this is not good news for them. They have conceded 108 runs at 10.8 and over and picked up only 2 wickets. Let's have a look once again. The last boundary he hit on the last delivery of the 10th over. 102 for 108 for 2, I beg your pardon, from 10, and we will enjoy a short drinks break. Annihilation caused by Naeem Afroz, the skipper of EBL. After winning the toss, he decided to bat first and led from the front. Unfortunately, missed out on a blistering half century, had to depart on 49. But definitely, he and his other partners have provided the very start they wanted in this match. 108 for 2. On the other hand, NCC's keeper, he said at the toss that they want to restrict the opposition within 110. So definitely that is out of the window right now. After the drinks break, we will resume game shortly. And in the com box, let's welcome Ahmed bin Parvez.
Thank you very much. Exciting times here if you are an EBL fan. They are the defending champions, playing like the defending champions here. At the toss, the captain must have spoken about giving an exposure to the batters, giving them a good time out in the crease. Nearly each and every one of them have tried to make it count, including the captain himself, who came out to bat to open the innings. They had a fiery power play and then continued with that momentum. This looks like the innings where they would be scoring the highest number of runs in a particular innings in this tournament so far. We've not seen anything beyond 140, but the way that they've been batting gives us a feeling that they could easily reach 180 to 200 mark if they keep on batting the way they have so far.
Will be wide. Well, 200 is very much on the cards, and you'd want to score. You want to reach that figure after scoring 108. Big shot, long enough. It will be another six, the first one after the drinks break.
This is just brutal now from EBL. They are going for everything. Anything loose, he will go for it. That was struck well, pretty well. We've seen quite a few big hits where the batters thought they've timed it well enough but got caught in the deep. Instead, the EBL batters finding the boundaries with ease at the moment. Syed Imran off to 25 from just 10 deliveries.
Monstrous! This is complete destruction. Syed Imran has announced his arrival. That's the fourth six of his willow.
He's going to love this particular over here. Going for quite a few runs now. 122 already. Taken. Yes, he came here to announce himself, but instead has to depart now after that sliced shot that just went up, ballooned up in the air. And an easiest of catches at point, taken one-handed. He will be disappointed. Got that great start. Was looking good. One shot too many.
Yes, a bit too greedy on that occasion. Syed Imran, it was bowled way outside off stump. He wanted to play it through the offside, so that you have to give credit about. Look at that. He was not playing across the line, and that was a good grab. It was almost leaving the fielder. He was running backwards over his head, one-handed catch. So something to cherish about for NCC. They picked up the third wicket, 122 for 3. The dangerous Syed Imran departs. He was striking over 250. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he was. And he could have got a few more runs if he could stay in the wicket. But now in comes Imanul Mustaqin, top wicket taker in the previous edition of the Platinum Cup 2025, but he is no mug with the bat. Coming in at number 5.
Straight above the mark. Good work done by Baijid. This is the level of commitment you want to see from the bowlers, from the fielders. Yes, they are under the pump a bit. The new team in this tournament. Quick single. Successful over from Baijid. Expensive one though. After 11, 1-2-4 for 3. striking at 11.27 and over. EBL over the Roman. Good ball to start the new over. Will be a single.
The way things are going, NCC Bank won't mind singles at the moment, and they'll be happy to see the back of Imran, who was batting so well. Ubaid Rahman into his third over.
Medium pace bowler. Oh, good line, good length. And that is the area he should target often. Doesn't matter whether you have the pace or not, that area will always bother the batters.
It was a very good delivery there. The batter fishing for it, playing away from the body, almost giving out an outside edge.
This is good bowling from Ubaid. Keeping it simple. The fielders need to be on the edge as well.
It could have been better from the fielder, but the commitment from both the batters to complete that single was also very good to see. No confusion whatsoever. Both the batters immediately taking off.
Good bowling straight to the fielder. 2 runs scored off this over from the 4 deliveries.
Exactly what a fall of wicket can do. Has stunted sort of the momentum that EBL wanted to go ahead with, especially after the drinks break. Had a very expensive 11th over, but this one is much better from NCC.
Look at the commitment from the bowler himself. He started running towards that mid-wicket region.
And probably stopped that second run, putting a bit of doubt into the batters' minds. They went for the first very quickly, and the initial call was for 2. Later decided not to go with it. Joy Zaman, 14 of 13. Imanul Mustaqim, still just a couple of singles to his name. He's on strike.
That ruins the over. It was a good over up until that point. With the fielders up in the circle, you just cannot bowl on the leg stump. 131 for 3.
There you go, once again down the leg. Exactly not the line that Ubaid wanted to. Easy pickings for the batter. Square leg was up in the circle. So almost every over, if I'm not wrong, EBL have found a way to the boundary. They've kept the current run rate close to 11. Looking ominous for NCC Bank at the moment. They need to keep on picking wickets.
Will be fielded. Not very tidy work at long off, but enough to stop the boundary. The batters picked up a couple of runs.
A wayward throw as well, so totally understandable. The NCC Bank fielders have been there for almost 13 overs. It's been a hard toil for all of them, almost chasing balls to the boundary ropes. But they still have to believe in themselves, still have to give the best that they can. It is a lovely afternoon here. It is hot and humid, the ULAB cricket ground. But they really want to give a good show, NCC Bank fielders.
Also, this is the highest time spent. This is another boundary from Joy Zaman. I thought the fielder was closer to that. A better effort, definitely a much better effort could have been offered. He just let it go.
And in a way, did he miss the delivery? Did he not see the ball coming his way? I'm not sure, but the bowler will be disappointed. There are some things that are out of your control. If you're a bowler, sometimes you might not find the right rhythm. But as a fielder, there is actually no excuse. That is something that needs effort more than talent.
So we were talking about the fielders. The NCC fielders, they are not really used to fielding so long in this tournament. In the both of the games they played, they were bundled out cheaply, and the oppositions. Was that an outside edge? Yes, that was. Against the run of play, the batter is not really happy with the decision, but it doesn't matter. The dreaded figure is up, and Joy Zaman has to come back.
Yeah, I was standing, surely not satisfied with what happened, but it looked very close. It was very close to the bat, and you have to appreciate the effort from the keeper, Imam. A very smart take, an immediate appeal. And as we mentioned before, NCC Bank will need to keep on taking wickets. They've taken one more. They've picked up 4 wickets. Rifat is the new batter coming in, 141 his strike rate. Is there something in the cards here for NCC Bank to come back in this game? Projected score looks ominous, more than 200 at the moment. If EBL get to play their 20 overs, that could well be a possibility. The new batter, Rifat, alongside Imanul Mustaqin. They'll have to forge a partnership from scratch now. Both batters relatively new into the crease.
Well, we were talking about the fielders who are not really used to spend 20 overs time in this tournament. This is the first time. This is the 13th over, but the batters have spent time in the middle. But the problem is they didn't score so many runs as well. So today it will be a challenge for them. Spend the time in the middle. At the same time, you need to score big, because we are already looking at the highest score of the tournament. Yes, too short yet, but easily they will get it.
They will, and it will be a very, very tough run chase, a very hard ask of the NCC Bank batters. They've played 20 overs on previous occasions, but the scores that they've put up, the highest was 82, playing out 20 overs. Of course, they might argue that the wicket might be different. This could be a better wicket to bat on after 139 for 4, but of course it will need a mighty batting effort from NCC Bank to get close to this total that EBL are already setting up.
Well, there is always a first time, and you never know. Cricket is a game of uncertainties. And of course, it will not be an easy task, but these are the moments where heroes are born. Who will be that hero for NCC today? But first of all, they need to find a hero for the next 7 overs who could definitely try to limit the target,
which is projected at 214 at the moment. 139 for 4 EBL. Imanul Mustaqin and Rifat, the two batters.
Not well timed, straight to the hand of the fielder. He just completed his over, and now he just took the catch. We were talking about finding a hero. Could Imam be that one? 5th wicket down for EBL, 139 for 5.
All of a sudden, things not going EBL's way. Started so well, kept wickets in hand, but now, all of a sudden, a couple of overs, 2 more wickets, and they've lost half their side now. 139 for 5, of course, that want to play out the 20 overs. They have been aggressive. They have punished every bad delivery that came their way, but sometimes you need to respect the good deliveries as well, and I think there the batter was a little bit careless. Mohammad Islam is the new batter. Not the best of strike rates, still has to improve a lot on that. Maybe given an opportunity in a context where they'd want him to score some runs and maybe prove himself as a batter. That's the wicket once again. Sliced. Nice take at short third. Look at that excitement. They will be happy. Each and every wicket they take is a new learning experience for NCC Bank, who are first-time participants of the Platinum Cup 2025, and you're playing against the defending champions. Not an easy task at all.
Mix up. Oh, untidy once again in the field. Could have been a lot closer had he picked the ball cleanly and could throw the ball at maybe any end. At both of the ends, the batters were in trouble.
Well, this is the kind of things that you need to be concerned about. Fielders in the inner circle, a simple clean pickup, a throw at one of the ends could have brought in another wicket maybe. These are the kind of things that NCC Bank will experience. We've spoken about new experiences. This is new experience for them. But I'm liking the angle that Imam is creating with this round the wicket channel. He looks to be one of their better bowlers. Has not conceded a lot considering his other teammates have been pretty expensive. Has picked up a couple of wickets as well. And his teammates know he can bowl fast. Look at where the keeper is standing.
High in the air and taken. Wicket number 2 in this over. NCC Bank, they are coming back nicely and firmly in this game.
This is great bowling and great catching as well from NCC Bank. They've not given up. They're trying their best. And Eastern